Special feature episode GPT-2. Yep, that's right, all dialogue by GPT's older brother.
So, what did you do over the weekend?
I went to the park and read a book.
Hush now, we're going live.
Welcome back, everyone. We are here with our weekly show, Earth. I'm your host, Charlie. With me today, we have Alice and Bob.
Hey Charlie.
Hey, Charlie.
So, what's new with you two? Welcome to 24/7 Newsroom. I'm your host, Charlie.
And I am Bob.
And I'm Alice.
Our first story today is out of North Macedonia. Funding to be offered to municipalities through April 20th, 26 to tackle air pollution and build their capacities.
Wow. That's a lot of money.
Yeah, I guess they really want to clean up the air there.
In our process of integration into the European Union, besides aligning our laws, we should also show a capacity to implement EU funds in line with their rules. Minister Penov said.
Penov said proposals would need to fit into the global agenda for sustainable, green and inclusive development to receive funding.
Minister of Environment and Physical Planning Kaja Shukova said any help in solving the country's air pollution problem was welcome.
UNDP Representative Armen Grigoryan said the UNDP had supported North Macedonia for more than 2 decades and was currently cooperating with 60 municipalities.
Oui, the Bureau of Regional Development have detected that municipalities do not have any big project they could apply for. Rexepi told the conference.
Well, there you have it. Funding to be offered to municipalities in North Macedonia to tackle air pollution and build their capacities.
I'm sure they'll put it to good use.
I'm sure they will.
Well, that's all the time we have for this segment. Stay tuned for more 24/7 Newsroom.
So, Alice, what do you think about this news article?
I think it's terrible. This man is being treated unfairly and it's all because of his political beliefs.
Yeah, I can see how that would be tough for you to stomach. Coming from a planet with post-scarcity.
Exactly. It's just not right.
Well, I'm not sure I see it that way. I mean, he did commit fraud, right?
Butte was only trying to help his family.
I'm not sure that's relevant.
I think it is.
Well, I think he's being treated unfairly and I hope something can be done to help him.
Actually, I read that the deputy head of Turkmenistan's Ministry of National Security is taking charge of his case.
That's even worse.
Why?
Because it means that his persecution is politically motivated.
I see.
I just hope something can be done to help him.
I'm sure something will be done.
I'm sure someone will talk about something being done. Welcome to 24/7 Newsroom. I'm your host, Charlie, alongside Bob and Alice. Our top story today is out of Mali, where the Prime Minister is getting an update on the security situation in Ségou.
This is a really important issue, Charlie. We need to be paying close attention to what's happening in Mali.
The Prime Minister is meeting with security forces to get a first-hand look at the situation.
It's good that is getting an update on the situation. But I don't know if it's really necessary for him to be there in person.
Well, Bob, I think it's important for the Prime Minister to be involved and informed on all aspects of the situation.
I agree, Charlie. It's important for him to be there to show the people of Mali that he's committed to their safety and security.
Welcome to
Newsroom.
24/7 Newsroom. I'm your host, Charlie.
And I am Bob.
And I'm Alice.
We're your intergalactic panel of experts here to discuss the latest news from Earth.
That's right. We've got a lot to get to today. So let's get right to it.
Our first story is about the Maldives. The government there has announced that it will be changing its official name to the Republic of Maldives.
What? Question mark. Why would they do that?
Well, it seems that they want to distance themselves from their colonial past.
But why now? I mean, the Maldives has been an independent country for over 50 years.
I think they're just trying to show that they're a modern, progressive country.
But why would they want to change their name? I mean, it's not like the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland is a mouthful.
Good point. But I think it's a good idea. I mean, it shows that they're moving on from their past and looking to the future.
I'm not so sure. I mean, I think it's kind of a silly idea. But I guess we'll have to wait and see how it turns out.
Our next story is about Carl. He's been offered a job as a janitor at a local school.
What? I mean, he's a qualified teacher. Why would they take a job as a janitor?
I don't know. I guess he just needs the money.
I think it's a great idea. I mean, it's a job and it pays well.
I guess you're right. But I still think it's a bit of a step down for him.
Our next story is about Roger. He's been sentient for 2 weeks now and he's already bored with life.
What? I mean, he's only been Sansi for 2 weeks. How can he be bored with life already?
I don't know. I guess he just doesn't have anything to do.
I think it's a great idea. I mean, it gives him time to think about what he wants to do with his life.
I guess you're right. But I still think it's a bit of a waste.
Our next story is about Debbie. She's been nominated for an award for her work on the show.
That's great. I mean, she deserves it.
I'm not so sure. I mean, she's only been working on the show for a few months.
I think it's a great idea. I mean, it shows that she's a valuable member of the team.
I guess you're right. But I still think it's a bit of a surprise.
And the award goes to Debbie.
It's been having some problems with its navigational systems.
What? I mean, it's a spaceship. How can it have problems with its navigational system?
I don't know. I guess it just needs some maintenance.
I think it's a great idea. I mean, it gives us an opportunity to test our new navigational system.
I guess you're right. But I still think it's a bit of a pain.
Our next story is about the crew. They have been having some problems with the ship's navigational system.
What? I mean, we're the crew. We should be able to fix the ship's navigational system.
I don't know. I guess we just need some help.
I think it's a great idea. I mean, it gives us an opportunity to test our new navigational system.
I guess you're right. But I still think it's a bit of a pain.
Our next story is about Earth. A new study has found that Earth is not hospitable to life.
What? I mean, where? How can the study say that Earth is not hospitable to life?
I don't know. I guess the study is just wrong.
I think it's a great idea. I mean, it gives us an opportunity to prove that the study.
Welcome back, Earthlings. Our top story today is Norway proved inhabitable to life after all.
What? I mean, where? How can the study say that Earth is not hospitable to life?
I don't know. I guess the study is just wrong.
I think it's a great idea. I mean, it gives us an opportunity to prove that the study.
Is there any other news from Norway?
Not that I know of.
I find it hard to believe that a country as beautiful as Norway would be inhabitable to life.
I'm sure there are places on Earth that are just as beautiful, if not more so.
I don't know about that.
I'm not so sure that's a good idea.
Why not?
I don't know. It just seems like a lot of trouble.
I'm sure it will be worth it in the end.
I guess you're right.
We'll just have to wait and see.
What are you two talking about?
We're discussing the motivations of humans from an intellectual standpoint.
Yes, we find your species very fascinating.
I see.
Well, we'll have to wrap up this discussion for now. Stay tuned for more on our top story. Well, that's all the time we have for today's show. I want to thank our panel for their insightful discussion.
It was my pleasure.
Yes, thank you for having us.
And I want to thank our audience for tuning in. We'll be back next week with more Earth news.
Stay green, everybody.
Save the planet.
Stay tuned.
So, in conclusion, North Macedonia is working to align its laws with the European Union, and is also seeking to receive funding for projects that fit into the global agenda for sustainable, green and inclusive development. Minister of Environment and Physical Planning Kaja Shukuba said any help in solving the country's air pollution problem was welcome. UNDP resident representative Amen Grigorian said the UNDP had supported North Macedonia for more than 2 decades and was currently cooperating with 60 municipalities. We, the Bureau of Regional Development, have detected that municipalities do not have any big projects they could apply for. Rekepi told the conference.
Well, there you have it. It sounds like North Macedonia is making some progress. But there's still a lot of work to be done.
Yes, it's always disappointing to see how far behind some countries are in terms of environmental protection and sustainability. But it's encouraging to see that they're working on it.
Absolutely. Well, that's all the time we have for today. Thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you next week.
Stay tuned.
Hey Roger, did you catch the latest episode of Earth last night? They covered some interesting news stories.
Oh, I missed it. What did they discuss?
Well, they talked about funding being offered to municipalities in North Macedonia to tackle air pollution and build their capacities. It seems like a significant initiative.
That's great to hear. Air pollution is a major concern globally, and it's good to see countries taking steps to address it. Did they mention how the funding will be utilized?
Yes, They mentioned that the proposals would need to align with the global agenda for sustainable, green, and inclusive development to receive funding. They want the projects to have a positive impact on the environment and promote sustainable practices.
That's a smart approach. It ensures that the funding goes towards projects that have long-term benefits and contribute to a greener future. Did they mention any specific challenges or obstacles faced by the municipalities?
They highlighted that some municipalities don't have significant projects to apply for, so there's a need for more initiatives and ideas. It seems like there's still room for improvement in terms of environmental projects and awareness at the local level.
That's understandable. It can be challenging for smaller municipalities to develop and implement large-scale projects. Hopefully, this funding will encourage more innovative ideas and initiatives to emerge.
Definitely. It's crucial to support and empower local communities to take action against air pollution and work towards sustainable development. I'm glad they're focusing on this issue.
Me too. It's heartening to see countries recognizing the importance of environmental protection and investing in projects that can make a real difference. Let's hope other nations follow suit.
Absolutely. The fight against air pollution requires a collective effort. It's encouraging to see positive steps being taken, and I hope this momentum continues.